Today I'm going to be showing you the number one truth that all men are going to have to accept at some point in their life, and that truth is that women only want what they cannot have. Say that with me one more time. Women only want what they can't have. The reason being is because when you actually take a look at what a woman is going to respond to when it comes to their deepest desires and their attraction, this is going to be the man who actually can stimulate hypergamy properly. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be breaking down step by step exactly how you can do this, so that way the relationship cohesion and the dynamic that you have between yourself and any woman that you're dating will run smoothly. And you're also going to understand the small little psychological nuances that's going to actually keep her attracted to you. Now, after today's video is over, I want you to go down below, click the link in the description, and check out the MBT Masculine Behavioral Technique end-to-end webinar presentation that I put together for you, because inside of that, we take some of these concepts in today's video even a step further, so that way you can get results in your dating life way quicker. Like, that presentation is totally going to help you out, so be sure to check that out once today's video is over. Let's dive in. Okay, today I'm showing you why women want what they can't have. Now, what you have to understand going into this is her not having you satisfies hypergamy. Okay, this is the only thing that can satisfy hypergamy, is her desiring you, and she doesn't necessarily know if she can have you. This is the only thing that is going to actually signal to hypergamy that this guy is a strong man, or this guy is a solid bet that she wants to actually attempt to obtain or attempt to get a relationship with, and I'm going to explain why. Your bank balance is not going to satisfy hypergamy. Your six-pack abs is not going to satisfy hypergamy. Okay, the only thing that is going to satisfy hypergamy is her not necessarily knowing if she can get that relationship with you, or if you like her fully, or like her to the same degree that she likes you. So what you have to know is the second a woman knows where you permanently stand, she loses desire. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care how tall you are. I don't care how ripped you are. I don't care how popular you are. The second that a woman knows where you permanently stand with her, as in you really like her, she is going to start to not really like you. And that's just how it goes. Women hate when a man is won over too easy. When a man is won over too easy, now he's low value, now he's not desired, and now he has no options. So the truth that you have to accept is your care for her, okay, your deep down love or your deep down care that you have for a woman is a turnoff, okay? Women are often never content with the man that they're with, due to the fact that once she's with him, she will constantly think, what if? What if something better comes along? What if I can do better? What if this guy is not necessarily the best option for me? Okay? The way that you remove a lot of those thoughts that she may be having is you understand how to satisfy hypergamy. So I'm going to show you step by step how to do this. Now, it is important to always come from the frame that it's her winning you over and that you're not fully sold on her. So think about this for a second. When you come from the frame that it's her winning you over, or it's her trying to obtain that date with you, or her trying to obtain that interaction or that relationship with you, this is going to signal massive status in the eyes of that woman. And not even massive status, it's going to trigger a thought process that's going to allow her to realize that you have very high sexual market value. That's going to be a very big turn on. Most guys learn this the hard way because they refuse to actually accept these truths. A lot of men have to go through the processes and learn the mistakes on their own first, and that's just how it goes. But why the woman you really want will typically lose interest in you is because of these mistakes right here, okay? When you're around a woman that you really like, or that you really love, or that is really sweet and nice and kind, you start to view her differently. So I'm going to explain this. The women you really want will typically lose interest in you because what happens is you mistake her kindness, you mistake her femininity, and you mistake her appearance and sweet vocal tone and caring gestures towards you. You mistake that as a sign that she likes you for you and that you can act as if you love her, which means you start to act differently. You start to treat her very nice. You start to do things that are extremely pleasing. And now her interest is gone. What happens is guys take what they see at face value, which is a sweet woman, and they automatically assume that, hey, this means she likes me for me, so I can act however I want. And that's just not the truth. The second you fall for this trap is the second that the relationship will typically dissolve. So moving into the ways to stimulate hypergamy or the ways to satisfy hypergamy, what I'm explaining to you is why you need to always stimulate and satisfy hypergamy at every stage of the interaction, okay? So I'm gonna give you numerous examples because I don't care if you've known the woman only for 30 minutes when you just met her, or if you've been with her for 5 years in a relationship. You have to remember to stimulate and satisfy hypergamy. Here's numerous examples, okay? When you first meet, okay, you guys first meet, maybe you're out at a social event or whatever the case may be, maybe you give her friend more attention than her. Okay, let's say you really like that girl, maybe give her friend more attention so you can conceal your interest level. Then eventually, when things feel natural, you can bring the woman that you like into the conversation as well. But by you giving the friend more attention, she doesn't necessarily know where you stand with her. So the thing is women oftentimes when you're dating them or when you're interacting, they only know what you put in front of them. If you put the frame in front of them that, hey, I'm interested in this other friend right here, or I'm talking to her, or I'm giving her more attention, naturally, you may start to spark some jealousy. And she naturally will start to sit there and think, I wonder why he's not talking to me. So this is just one example. Okay, it's not like this is a blueprint or a roadmap to just follow, but what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to give you numerous examples at every stage of different interactions of dating that you could apply this. So when you first meet, maybe you give the friend more attention. Take this a step further. Let's say you're on a date. Okay, you guys met for your first date. On a date, maybe you cut the time short after just like 30 to 40 minutes and you say, hey, I gotta go. Okay, you add a time constraint. If she's super beautiful, she is probably used to guys blocking out probably 2 to 3 hours out of their day for that first date. And he probably wants to take her to go get ice cream. And then he tries to set something up afterwards where they go for a walk in the park. And he does all this stuff to prove his loyalty or to prove his interest or to prove his investment level. So he tries to take her to this location and then this venue afterwards and try to build all this rapport with her. And the problem is now he's revealed his interest level because she's sitting there going, I just met this guy. He's already taking 2 to 3 hours to see me. I haven't really done anything to win him over. And now she starts to get a sense that she may have a, she maybe can do better. So on the date, maybe you cut the time short after 30 minutes. You're like, yeah, I got time to grab one coffee. You go and get one coffee, or you're like, I got time to get one drink, or lunch really quickly because I have to do XYZ at work later. Okay, that would be an example. So if you cut that time short during that date, she's like, this guy has other things going on. Even though I'm super beautiful, he doesn't put me as the highest priority, and that raises attraction. Let's take another example. Let's say you guys are back home. So maybe you guys went out on a date and maybe this is a woman that you've seen numerous times in a row. So you guys are back home, maybe at her house or at your house, whatever the case may be, and you guys are on the couch watching a movie. Well, if you're on the couch watching a movie, most guys, what they're going to do is they're going to get a blanket and snuggle up with her and prove their love or prove their care. Maybe you would do something like on the couch, you would lean away or you sit with distance apart. Well, if you sit with distance apart, now what you just set up is you set up the opportunity and the ability to let her come to you, okay? If you set the opportunity up for her to come to you, it shows that you're content by yourself. You are content by yourself on that couch. You are content watching the movie by yourself. Yeah, it's great that there's company with you, which is her, but now she has the opportunity to come to you. She's entered into your frame. This is how a woman wants it to be. She wants to see that you're stable and you're content on your own. So be sure to always do these things to stimulate hypergamy. I'll give you another example. Women are natural seducers. Women want to be seductive. Women want to use their beauty to win a guy over. Let her come to you and make the first move. Since women are natural seducers, let her make the first move. You would be amazed when you let a woman make the first move by seeing how things play out, and she can actually take her time and move things at the pace where she's like, not only is this comfortable, but I have to actually figure this guy out and put some effort into it. That turns her on. When you let a woman make the first move, she will do it because you're not showing interest. You're concealing your interest level to some degree. So I'll give you a little example. You would not believe the amount of guys that I've heard over the years who consider themselves shy, okay, or introverted, and the woman will read that shyness as actually low interest. So the guy has super high interest, but he doesn't show it because he's shy. She mistakes that for low interest, and she will actually start to wonder if the guy is into her. And oftentimes, if she views him as an attractive man, but she doesn't necessarily know that he's shy, that will actually raise her interest level. She will start to want to desire him more and work for his approval because she's sitting there wondering if that guy likes her or not. So keep all this in mind. Always stimulate and satisfy hypergamy at every stage of an interaction with a woman. Now, the toughest pill for most guys to swallow is the fact that your worth as a man, okay, or your career status, or your recognition in the world has nothing to do with your sexual market value. Say this with me one more time, because like I said, you were probably raised to be a guy where if you chase success and you become known and you do all these good things, you're going to have a bunch of women after you, or you're going to be able to have the type of girlfriend that you want, or whatever the case may be. Your worth as a man, your career or your career status, or your recognition has nothing to do with your sexual market value. The only thing that dictates your sexual market value is how many other women are already trying to pursue you. If she can see that you have options, this raises your sexual market value. Not your career, not your career worth, not your status, none of that. You can have all of those things going for you, but if you don't have options, it's going to signal low value when you're dating. There's a great analogy I like to give to demonstrate this. Let's say you have a multimillionaire, okay? Multimillionaire guy in front of her. If that multimillionaire guy always wants to kiss her, always wants to hold her hand, always wants to spend lots of time to go on coffee dates with her, okay? Now compare that to a different guy. Different guy making $50K a year who doesn't want to do all those things signals that he potentially has higher sexual market value. So notice, this guy's a millionaire. 9 times out of 10, most content creators would say, hey, that guy's a millionaire, that's going to satisfy hypergamy, and she's going to want to be with him because he has resources. Not so fast. If that guy makes all of the mistakes that signals low sexual market value, such as over-investing, always wanting to hold her hand, always wanting to take her out, and then she meets a different guy, she views him as attractive too, but let's say he makes $50K a year and he's not really interested in doing all those things with her. She is going to think that he has a higher sexual market value. She's going to think, I wonder if there's a different woman that he wants to invest all of those coffee dates with and all of that stuff. So keep that in mind. The thing that dictates if you have a woman's interest is already having other women interested in you. And that's typically how they behave. If you like this video, I want you to hit the like button, and I also want you to go down below in the description and check out that webinar that I created for you. But seriously guys, this is why women only want what they can't have. What they can't have stimulates hypergamy. The second that she knows she can have you is typically the exact moment you're going to notice her interest drop. It's not like she's doing these things on purpose to try to be spiteful or to be mean to you. This is just how things go. We'll see you in the next one.